Howdy, folks. Ralph. What's up with the Ralphster? Be the first one to hit that like button, too, man. Cliff, howdy. I'm sitting around bored. Bull in the china cabinet. Ah, you got bored watching that political one, did you? Blackfoot, Idaho, huh? Been there. You saw a lot of taters out of there. That is tater area. Kelly, what's up, my brother? Oh, I'm sitting around bored, Ralph. Took a nap earlier. Old parts do that. I admit it. Been playing around on the internet. Chris, what's up, my brother? That was you that what? What did you do? Then the lesson of the day is never confess. Okay. I don't remember a casino out there when I ran out that way, but we didn't have casinos all over the country either. Warwick, what's up, my brother? See, Chris, you can learn. Now, if I could only get the Democrats to learn that easy. J.A., howdy. Well, if you win any money, I get half of it. Y'all gotta learn to support Papa Joe more. 10 a.m. delivery. And there ain't no park down here anyway. You seen the parking last night on that video. I'm in the exact same place and they're 3 deep over there in front of me. Everything's filled up. They're parking illegal, making a spot's what I call it. Oh, Chris. Shame on you. You just trying to poke the bear, ain't you? Your day ain't right if I don't jump your butt. Yeah, I am, TJ. He's a youngin', JJ. He just ain't learned yet. I'm teaching him some stuff. Red Monday, keep trucking. I don't know that name, so welcome to the live stream there, Red. Kelly, remember, you are a year or two older than me, so shut up. Chances are, Chris, I got grandchildren older than you, youngin'. Gorilla Trucker. Dadgum, son, you already out yonder? Well, you're still in the Kakalaki Mountains. Oh, dude, I ain't worried about being safe here. I'm safe wherever I'm at. Oh, okay. Ain't seen Sea Hill in a while. I think I made them mad at me. It is what it is. I've been known to make people mad at me. Will's Way Transportation. Yeah, right, Will. You the way over there tells you to do it, or they won't have you hauling their freight. Wonder what that old boy's got. Is that a specialty trailer? Oh, okay. That's a tanker with lights playing on it. Could tell what kind of trailer that old boy had way down yonder. But he a tanker yanker and a W9. I think it's a W9 from the looks of the sleeper. Harry Jones, what's up in Denver? That's very true, Red Monkey. I'm going to just call you Red. Oh, did you block Sea Hill? Okay. Well, JJ, you can't stay away and you know it. Well, that's cool, Gorilla. You're in a lot better shape than me if you went out walking around and digging all day. I thought I did good walking over yonder to the truck stop. Little Joe wants to get me out of this truck so bad so that I can start walking around more and seeing if I can build back up. No, you can't, Chris. Even if you force yourself to stay away from the live stream, you'd be back on Sunday morning. What'd you hear this morning, Chris? Did you hear the word? Did the word help anybody this morning? Do any of y'all even remember what it was about? Yeah, the way that truck's parked, I can't tell for Devin that's a W9, but I'm pretty sure it is. Had snow today. We do not chain up. I've been out there damn near 30 years and I've only chained up twice. And that was for me, not for a company. Most of the companies I drive for, they either have a no chain policy or they leave it up to the driver, and they would prefer we did not. You can't go fast enough with chains to make it worth a damn. It ain't worth it. If it's that bad, I need parts. I used to push it. I'm here to tell you, I used to push the limit. I used to be the last one to stop and the first one to take off. Nowadays, I'm the first one to stop and the last one to take off. I ain't gonna lie. I have no desire to be out there playing in it no more. I did my time. Now it's up to you young hot dogs. Well, Grella, you have to download a video editor. And it's getting harder to find free ones. YouTube has a YouTube Studio that you can download, but I don't know how much editing you can do on it. You usually have to get an independent outside source. That's why I put my videos up raw. I've had people that said I should edit them and take out me blowing my nose and stuff, and I ain't gonna do it. I am who I am. Now, if you learn how to operate your phone system or whatever you're recording on, there is a pause button. I use it. I know how to pause it. That's right, Chris. What up, Ricky? I don't even carry them, Harry. I'm a Southern truck. I have agreement with the company for where I run. I don't even carry real cold temperature clothes in here. I-40's about as far north as I go other than our yard. Exactly, monkey. Oh yeah, I'm an old school guy. Oh, I-70 out west of Denver. Beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is beautiful. Been there and done it. But it can be hairy. Well, it's beautiful in the summertime as well. I hear you there, TJ. All of the northern plains can be challenged if it's the right situation. Well, I don't know if they still have the editors or not, the free editors or not there, Fred. The wind can be terrible. I told you you was right, Chris. Overall, it was about prayer and praying for others, praying for your enemy. Not necessarily about forgiveness. I just threw part of that forgiveness in as a example to explain what I was talking about. Got into a conversation on another post. Somebody thought you had to go to a church building to be in church. Start out with somebody talking about holding church in their home and that kind of stuff, and someone else says, oh, but it takes 20 plus hours to put together a sermon, blah blah blah. I got on and told them about my doing a service on Sunday morning, and I told them I do not do no 20 hours of prep work. The good Lord puts it on me, I share it with y'all. I'm not joking, folks. Over 90% of the time, I do not have a clue what I'm going to talk about until about an hour before services. And I don't worry about it. I know that this is the work of the Lord. Y'all know that sermon I did a few weeks ago about the message I'd got from someone. You know, it's the old saying that if God wants it, you can't stop it. And that if it ain't of God, you can't make it go. So, if it's of God, He'll give me the word for y'all. Three hours, you lucky rascal, Ricky. Actually, Gorilla, and speaking of that, JJ, you still on here? Well, JJ, find that BSDC he's showing there. I can't do nothing. I'm on my phone. But BSDC is good, he says. So grab a link to that and share it with me. Elk Mountain in Wyoming is bad, yes. BSDC editor. I'll never remember that. No, I'm hoping one of my blue ranches. Warwick, you still here? Any of my blue ranches? Grab that and give me a link to it, please. But anyway, if I knew JJ was here. What did my shirt say? A friend of mine, Grumpy, on here. He got me this. It says, warning, grumpy, sarcastic, moody, unpredictable, unmedicated trucker. Annoy at your own risk. But Michael got me that. The one we call Grumpy on here. He called me a couple weeks ago and he was laughing and he said, I found a shirt I want to buy for both of us. I told him one shirt wouldn't fit both of us. We both big boys. Oh, he clarified he wanted to buy me one and buy him one my shirt size. So he bought me this, and thank you, Michael. I wear it. I like it. It's true. Martin, good evening. Church is not a building, Harry. It's the people. Well, good deal, Red. Thank you. If you have the learning to shoot me a message through my message stuff on YouTube or on my Facebook, send me a link to that, please. Because I'm not getting a response from my blue ranches. You would lose, Chris. Remember, I'm only nice because y'all let me be nice. Remember what we're talking about them buttons? Don't push the button, youngin'. Oh. Simple Living with Papa Joe. Same as my YouTube channel. And right now I think I have where people can post on it. Bob, buddy, I owe you an apology. I came right through your area yesterday and I was wanting to stop and see you, give you a call, hook up with you. But man, I just didn't have the time. Between the weather, raining, and getting on down here, and I was heavy. And I hate dropping off 17. I'm one of them that make you local drivers mad. Because I creep off of it, I ain't gonna lie. Been out here too long. But I sure did want to see you yesterday and get to hook up with you, brother. And chances are when I leave out of the Phoenix area, I'm going to run I-10. It's going to add some miles. But if I'm heavy, ain't no need me trying to climb up 17. You couldn't, Warwick? Go to the About page or Messenger or something and shoot it to me in a message. I thought Little Joe had set it up where people could post on that wall and was going to try it until people ranked it. And so far they hadn't. Maybe they hadn't rented because they can't post on it. Alright, I just got it from you there, Red. I seen it flash across. You still need to figure out how to contact me, Warwick, even though he got me that one post I was talking about. As soon as JJ comes in from his cigarette, yes, I got it, Red. Thank you. You're all right. I don't care what anybody else says about you. He's having a government breakdown? I can believe that. I've got a chore for him. If y'all don't know, my son Little Joe and Carlos are my right-hand man. They're my IT people on this channel. JJ is my go-to feller. He is learning how to do different tasks for me on this channel. One of them that we've been trying to figure out is to do some editing and whatnot, specialized editing. And that's why I wanted that link. But I do have a few people that are my support. Warwick, he's in training. Well, I'm hoping it will, Red. JJ's going to get to work with it. And he's going to hope that Little Joe or Carlos don't have to go in and try to figure out and tell him how to use it. Because they get a little rough on him. Oh, I know, Red. I was just poking at you, dude. Alright, Gorilla. Well, that would be different. I ain't never looked for the yellow rocks. There's a place in Arkansas where they say you can go to, you know, W9. I like W9, but you coming around there and driving through here like that is BS. If somebody stepped out from between these trucks, he would have killed them. But yeah, there's a place down in Arkansas where you can go diamond. They found some pretty big diamonds down there, is my understanding. Most people don't. And I think you pay them 20 or 40 bucks or something to go looking. It's a family deal, so it can't be too overly expensive. And I wouldn't know what I was looking for. That being said, I used to do a little bit of bench jewelry with a buddy of mine, but we bought our stones offline. Go underground about 1,400 feet. You got an elevator? Because I ain't climbing no damn ladder that far. Now, back in my Marine Corps days, I might have went down a rope with you. I ain't in the Marine Corps shape no more. I'm just sitting there watching the world go by. Actually, the song's just sitting here watching the world go round. I know, showing my age, ain't I? Must be some kind of store over there. Surely these people ain't buying these hands full of groceries out of the Loves, or bags full. Steve, howdy. Don't recollect seeing you in here before. Welcome to the live stream. Chris, you couldn't stay quiet if we put duct tape on you. JJ, you missed quite a bit. Red was telling us about let me scroll back. VSDC editing. It's some kind of YouTube editing thing. I was telling you, I'll get home next weekend, Bob. Paul, howdy. But it's some kind of YouTube editing that we might want to try for that deal you was trying to do with the videos and whatnot. So check it out, see if you can make it work. Also, if you look on my YouTube page, I did some pictures this morning, some photo albums from years ago that popped up on my memories. And there's a way that you do a slideshow. Alright, it cut out on me. One of them, God's paintbrush. Some very pretty pictures. It's called trucking, Paul. Well, thank you, Steve. I'm glad you enjoy them. I hope you make it into a few live streams. Hope you make it in on Sunday mornings. I'm not no preacher, but I love God and He loves me, and He puts a word on my heart that I share with y'all. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Well, if he can start working it out, Red, I ain't got a problem paying $20 for a year. All right, Bob, hate to see you go, brother. Enjoy your evening, man. Yeah, the main thing, JJ, on that deal Red's telling us about was for you to get it while the name was fresh in your mind. And you might be able to scroll back. And he sent me a link to it in a message. So if you don't find it tonight, let me know and I'll see about forwarding the link to you. Or I might forward it to you anyway. Oh, and that one thing that you did with the little icon of the truck, I was watching one of my videos from yesterday or whenever it was, and I seen it. So it is there. It's small and it's plain, and most people won't know what to do, so you might want to see if you can put a click here or something on it. Might try to do it in color. Something to bring people's attention to it. And don't mind us while we talk a little shop, folks. We are trying to make the channel better for y'all. It's in one of the playlists, Warwick. In the beginning, we didn't know what videos to do. I didn't know what to talk about. I wasn't real comfortable on here then. So Little Joe and I was working on downloading some of my pictures that I had on Facebook, and he turned them into slideshows. And there's only 2 or 3 or 4 of them. I don't remember how many we did. But I have a lot more pictures if JJ figures out how to do a slideshow. Oh yeah, I try to tell you the truth. Well, I don't try, I do tell you the truth. No sugar added. Well, Red could try to post it on here. I don't know if it would let him or not. Red, would you try to post that on here? And also, send me a link to your channel. Do you have a channel with it saying Red Monkey Trucking, or is that just your name for YouTube? If you have a channel with some of your videos, not other people's videos, and I say that because I've went to other people's channels and they don't make videos, they just share other people's stuff. But if you have videos with content, send me a link to it, put it on my Facebook wall, whatever, post it on here. We'll see if we can get you some subscribers over there checking it out. And by all means, if you want to share some of my stuff onto your wall, go for it. Well, it depends upon the music, Chris. Little Joe and I was trying that, and they got us for infringements or something like that. So they do have a list of music that you can play, but their music is kind of boring and it's real short. Those were just a few things we was coming up against. Well, that'd be cool, Red. Okay, so it is Red Monkey Trucking without the spaces. Yeah, copyright infringements. That was it, Chris. R&R. I think they're out of Minnesota. I think that's what I see. Another one hot rodding through here. Boys and girls, if you're having a hot rod through a truck stop to get here in time or leave in time, you done screwed up. There is no need in risking somebody's life or injury going that fast through a packed out truck stop. It just drives me nuts. I don't understand it. I've drove them fast and I've drove them slow, but in a truck stop, that ain't the place to be trying to, about like having your Jake brakes going on in here. Now, that being said, I have came into a truck stop and forgot to turn them off because I used to drive with my Jakes on all the time. And and I had it set up where if I let off the accelerator, the Jakes were yelling. And if you're in a truck stop and you let off the fuel, it will remind you not only the noise, it'll slow you down quick. And you reach over and hit a switch and say, oh hell no. Okay. All right, Gorilla. If you make enough money that you can stay out of trucking, you better thank your old boy, buddy, Papa Joe. Well, it's time management, Red. And if they don't have better time management than that, something's wrong. Now, we've all pushed the clock. That's part of trucking. But at that point, well, that would be up to JJ to find that end shot. You reading that message, JJ? As soon as he finds one that he's comfortable with, because he's the one that'll be doing it, so it's a matter of him being comfortable and being able to operate it. So, JJ, there's you another name of one you can check out. And I don't care what one he uses. Felicia, what's up? Steve up there is your husband, and you claim him? Damn it, girl. Well, I understand the mega companies to start. Well, Red, you better be careful. Some stuff she was saying about you the other night, oh my Lord. I'm surprised you can still walk. But look at the bright side. You ain't going to wear the seat out with her foot up your butt, because your butt will never reach the seat. Now I'll get a bite and you watch. $20 a yard, huh? Well, a yard in dirt's quite a bit of dirt, dude. Well, the thing about time management, Red, is that you have to always be ready to change that pre-trip. You can pre-trip all you want. I had to work with Stone on that. Being a flatbed, he has to stop and check his loads and blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, he would spend an hour or more trying to pre-trip his plans, his check stops, his fuel stops, his rest stops, and his stops. And he'd take off, and before the day was halfway over or whatever, all them stops weren't working. You do it with a general idea, and if you're team driving, one takes off, and the other one starts trying to plan today. You know? But remember, pre-trip is subject to change immediately. Now, have y'all gone back, Red, and looked at my old videos on trucking? I've got a few of them. I've had many a rookie driver tell me that they just put it on autoplay on the trucking playlist and just listen to me while they're driving. You might learn something. You might figure out that I'm a rookie and I ain't got a clue. And if y'all would, please hit the like button. That's like on the videos when you go back, is what I'm talking about, Red. I have some yahoo that it don't matter what video I do, about what or anything else, they automatically hit the thumbs down. And my approval rating right now is barely above 90. That's ridiculous. That's more of that damn Democratic meltdown and hating the world stuff. That's what I was taught in the beginning, Red. When you stop learning, you are a dangerous individual. And you're a rookie until the day you retire. Then you become a truck driver. Chris, you're probably the one that is. I got you. JJ, you think I got at least 2 in that playlist? I don't know. You might be stretching it there. Don't be telling no stories. JJ, did you hear me about the slideshow bit? I think I told you about that after you came back in. That Sometimers kicks in once in a while. So nothing going on here but trucks circling the tire shed looking for driving spots or parking spots that ain't there. At least this one's driving slow. All right, JJ. Well, thank you, Red. I know Diamond Express. It's tempting to park there, but somebody will be waking you up. I mean, he's right here on top of me. Boom, right there. I'll roll out of here about 8 o'clock in the morning. And I don't have a problem knocking on someone's door and saying, yo, you got me trapped. But I've also been in that position where there's no parking. But anybody come into a city like this at this time of night and expect to find parking, we're back to that rookie thing. Now, if you got to take a 30-minute break because your team driver like Red and Veronica, I think her name is, that's one thing to park over there for 30 minutes, get that break in. It beats parking on the fuel island. This time of night, chances are none of us are going to leave that quick. He's pulling on out. Can't tell, but there might be one parking spot over there, but it's going to be a challenge and a chore. You know, most of them be scared of it. That's the places I look for. One that they're scared of. Oh, yes, sir. I'm old Jarhead. Yeah, I don't know if he has access to the Facebook page or not. Well, exactly, JJ. That's what I'm saying. Me and Grandma was just talking about that because I told her I did a political video, and I seen I had some comments, so I was gonna go in and check comments while I was talking to her. And she's like, "How many thumbs down you got?" I went in, it had 30 views, 11 thumbs up, and a thumbs down. And she's like, "They must just sit there and wait on notifications from you to come give you a thumbs down." I'm surprised this one don't have one already, but it won't show me until I end the video. Well, I know it's about the percentage. That's the whole thing. Is if I don't keep my percentage up, then it's not going to go around to the drivers that actually need this. They cut back on your, whatever you want to call it, the sharing it out there with people. So I really need to keep the likes and up there so that more people have access to the videos and to the channel. I mean, that was the whole reason of doing it, not to amuse some young hater. And I know they're sitting back saying, "Boomer." Well, thank you for your service, Red. And you're quite welcome for mine. Well, thank you for the flowers, Chris. I hear you. Sometimes getting over that 1,000 mark. Well, Chris, JJ could send you a friend request if that is your name on your Facebook. He can search for you and send you a friend request off of his page. JJ, did you have a talk with your family around there about that damn pig? Grandma was mad at you about that pig. She said if that pig hurt one of them youngins around there, she liable to come to Louisiana and pay a visit. She like me, she grew up around pigs. She knows how mean they can get. Yeah, I seen it, Red. I do everything on my phone, live streams, videos I do on my tablet, but it popped up there that with your name. Well, thank you. Now, sometimes I have a hard time finding messages, but I work at it. Chris, how come I knew you'd have to be confusing even on Facebook? Man. Your new last name? Did you get married and she made you use her name? Or do you have dual identity? Are you legal? What country are you really from, young man? Are you even a young man? Chris could be a girl. We're starting to learn about you. Red, do you know Chris? Can you vouch for him? Can you verify he's a she or she's a he? I might have to have you go through Virginia and do the old Crocodile Dundee test, see what he is. You don't know Shim? Well, now that part, Chris, I believe. They won't even let you drive them fire trucks. Or do you really drive fire trucks? I'm starting to wonder about this youngin'. Are you even a youngin'? You could be older than me. Come a low rider. Well, I thought it was a pickup, but it ain't. I don't know what it is. Almost had Charger backlights on it. So you're down there just washing the fire trucks, is that it? When I was a volunteer, we had to work our way up. Oh, actually, Red, here's my hat. I keep it over this light when I'm doing a live stream where it puts a little dot right in the middle of that, which is aggravating to some folks. All right, Grill, I'll be here. Take you for a spin. Jamie, what's up with you? What do I think? I think you need to go watch my videos about trucking. And I think you need to understand that this is a lifestyle. This ain't a job. Oh, I got a lot of videos up. There's 2 or 3 different playlists that give you a lot of information. One of them is help from truckers or phone call from truckers, something like that. There's only a handful there. Watch, listen to them phone calls first. Maybe it's a conversation with truckers. I don't know what name of it is. Then watch the playlist so you want to be a trucker. If you're a janitor of a night at that school, I know that you put on earbuds and you can listen to them videos while you're working. You already know, you've been in here long enough to know that I don't sugarcoat and I don't lie to you. So you need to listen to some videos about what this is really about out here. It is not the glorification that you see on TV or that the recruiters tell you. This is a very hard, lonely job. It's a new lifestyle all the way around. All your family and friends that you now have, you will lose the majority of them. Out of sight, out of mind. Just the truth. So you need to go listen to some of this stuff and make sure you understand what you're getting into. That's what I think. Are you a nomad type person? Are you seclusive? Can you be out here or away from people for days on end and only talk to a small handful of them And at that, only for an hour or two a day at the most. Because you're going to find yourself, this is a rolling prison cell. Stone has lately started stealing that phrase from me. But this is a rolling prison cell. This is where you're going to spend over 20 hours a day, locked up in this truck, going down that road, sitting at that shipper, sitting at that receiver, sitting at a truck stop. It ain't glamour at all, buddy. And getting into it's a little bit hard. There's plenty that will take you and train you. But you ain't gonna make no real money in the beginning. So if you have a wife and children and a house to support, you're gonna be struggling for the first year or so. Never ask Papa Joe what he thinks. You'll get a whole handful. But there you go. That's what I think. Well, good on you if you think you can. Well, like I said, go check out the videos, dude. They're all the truth. And I take it when you say you did cell time, that means you've got a criminal background. And trucking, if you've been out for 12 years, is how I take that. If you've got a clean record in the last 12, it shouldn't be a problem getting a job. There's several companies that teach you, but the thing is, they're going to screw you in the process of it. Well, good. Good on the homework. How many times have you heard me tell you to do your homework? JJ has put up both of them lists for you. Yeah, Red, they will if your probation officer will work with you. You'd be out here doing a paper walk. I know several people that have. I mean, this is one of them jobs, man, where, you know, I've been in it for a long time. It helped me raise my kids, take care of my family. I'm stuck in it now because this is what I really do. But by the same token, I sure didn't miss a lot of my kids' stuff with them growing up, which me and Little Joe have discussed. And as an adult now, he knows why I was out here doing this. But that don't take away some of the pain that I heard in his voice from Daddy not being there. Which I think is part of why he wants so bad to get me out of this truck. He had hoped with me starting YouTube that this would be a way out. It ain't. You got 5 years, Red, you can move along real good. Well, Jamie, you're very liable to be living paycheck to paycheck out here too, dude. PTL video. What is PTL? I'll call out my ignorance. It's very likely when you put it up, I say duh. But right now I'm drawing a blank. Unless that's the company you're driving for. There is a PTL company, come to think of. What is that? Partial or Parscale Truck Lines or something like that. Yep. There's a Second Chance company. That's cool. And they train you and everything. And what kind of money did you make when you started with them as a rookie, as a solo driver? I'm assuming you was a solo and then the wife came out and trained and started teaming with you. Oh, we got one of these cushions. Well, a lot of them's got that reimbursement. You have to drive for them for X amount of months, a year or two. Chris is out of Virginia, man. The other one you was talking to, I think they're out of San Diego. I ain't gonna swear to that. Well, that's pretty good money, Red. Well, that PTL he was just talking about, he talking about some decent money there. And I think they're a nationwide company, especially if they're running teams. So you don't need a company out of San Diego. You just need a company that San Diego is in their freight lanes. And San Diego, LA, same difference to a trucking company. I'm originally from those Ozark Mountains there in Missouri. My family's from Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Arkansas, that little corner right there. That's where most of my kinfolk have been for years. I have spent the majority of my adult life in Texas, so I consider myself a Texan. But I am a native-born Missouri hillbilly. And I am proud of my hillbilly roots. You're from Knocktown, are you? I used to run through there a lot. Got a story I tell about that petrol in Knoxville. And that, what is it, a TA and a pilot, I think, farther into town. That never was a good place. The TA, Flying J, petrol and all that out there on the edge of town, they weren't so bad. Right? Okay, I see your message there, Chris. If they come through on Facebook, I can find them usually. But if they come through on YouTube, I have a hard time finding messages. But yeah, I used to run Ford Freight out of Detroit. And we stopped in Knoxville because that's what we considered our halfway point. It really wasn't, but we liked that petrol. We being me and a couple other drivers that ran the same lanes. Detroit to Atlanta, back and forth. Every once in a while we'd run out to New Gallus, Arizona. But oh boy, his name was Scooby. And we would hit the Blue Beacon. Used to be at the Petro, it's gone now. One of the few Blue Beacons I ever seen them tear down. But we would hit that every couple of days, 2 or 3 trips, and get our trucks washed. I'd let him get his washed first because he'd get out and he'd hand dry his truck, all that he could reach on it. So he got his washed, pulled out there. I got mine washed. I pulled up behind him. We're shooting the bull. And these 2 women walked by, and one of them was knocked down gorgeous. And I said, damn. That was before he came into my life, and I had a wandering eye. And he said, yeah, that don't look bad for a cop, does it? I said, that don't look bad for anybody. We didn't bother them. Some of them other truck drivers evidently did, because we went ahead and went on up, did our turnaround, came back down next day. And in Tennessee, as you know, they put pictures and tell what they busted people for. And there was a whole big old article in there about all these truck drivers busted out there for solicitation of prostitution. Well, them gals was just walking by. One of them was good looking, the other one wasn't so much. But they just walked down the front of the trucks. They weren't saying nothing to nobody. So it ain't like they was going up to the trucks. But these truck drivers was calling them over. Hey, busted. So yeah, we got a good chuckle out of that. I imagine there was some fellers trying to explain to their wives why they was in trouble. But that's my petrol story. Raised and loved in Georgia. What part of Georgia? But me and Grandma lived in Georgia for 17 years or something. That's where our son passed away at. He got killed in a motorcycle accident. We lived about 50 miles east of Atlanta on I-20, a little town called Madison. There's a TA over there. Well, and there's a pilot there now. It used to be what was it, a speedway originally. Oh, well, you wasn't too far from me. Augusta was less than 100 miles from us. So, and yes, JJ's on my Facebook. Y'all sure are making all this complicated.
You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
31 hours and 58 minutes. So I've been parked up 32 hours. 2 more hours, my 34 will be up. And then I'll go, well, at least to bed. Actually, that Thompson you're thinking about, I think I used to haul containers in there. JD, howdy. Welcome to the channel. Well, it depends on how long you've been off the road. Oh, you've been on, how long was you on the road before you quit? $12 months or 12 years? Okay, so you wasn't really OTR. Oh, you got your CDL and was doing yard jockey stuff. A lot of drivers out here think that they want that job. They don't realize how fast-paced and hard of a job that really is. And they think you learn how to back up doing it, and you do, but not in a road truck. And that little yard jockey truck is a lot different than this road truck. Oh, okay, so you did a year, then you did yard jockey for 6 months. Well, dude, you've got a clue about it out here if you've spent 12 months out here. Even if you only spent 6 months, you start having a clue. The only thing that has really changed out here is that it is now mandatory for new stuff on the ELDs, which chances are you was already dealing with the company you was with. But now I'll tell you the same thing I told someone else a while ago. Go into my playlist and watch some of my videos. I got a ton of them. They will educate you on parts of the road that you didn't learn in your year out here. And in a year, you didn't learn it all, by no means. You already know it's a lifestyle. You already know about dealing with a whole lot of this nonsense out here. It ain't changed, dude. Now, what part of the country are you from? Good dog. I like your dog, Chris. And don't blame it on the dog. Midwest? Well, that's a good area. It's a big area. You want to narrow it down a little bit? At least what's a bigger city around you? Cedar Rapids. Dixie's a good dog. Actually, JD, with your experience and all, and where you live, I would suggest you talk to like CFI. I know somebody that has drove for them, and it's a typical company, meaning there's going to be a little bit of BS. There is with every truck company. But the old boy was making miles pretty good. Now, once in a while, he had to fight with his dispatcher because they'd get a little slack as you climb that pay rail. As I've told people before, as you go up on them pay rail companies, your miles go down. Red on here has been talking about PTL. They don't sound bad. I don't have any experience with them, only what Red was telling me. You might consider someone like that. It sounds like they'll get you the miles. Now, being I ain't had any experience, I will admit, as long as I've been out here and that company's been around a while, I never heard any bad about them either. Drivers are fast to badmouth the company, and I really haven't heard any bad about them. So between not hearing bad and Red talking good, consider PTL. Of course, talk to both of them. Find out which one is going to get you in your lanes. Red, how long you been with PTL? Now, he is now running teams. You have to have a rider, as in a puppy dog or a person. If it's a kid, that's going to be a hard one. You need to contact me through my Facebook, Simple Living with Papa Joe. Give me a phone number. I'll try to call you in the next day or two. If I space out and forget, send me another message through Facebook. We need to talk. I'm not going to ask you to air out all your stuff here on the channel. So, if it's an adult over, say, 12, then oh, you don't want to go with CRST. Trust me on that. No. Well, maybe as a team. You might as a team. Stone drove for CSRST. The bad thing I heard about CRST is as a rookie, they force you to team drive with another rookie, which is dangerous. And they're constantly marrying you up with another rookie because it don't last very long with somebody. They are one of them slaughterhouse companies that drivers just go right through there. I mean, ridiculous. However, with you two already being a team, that would help you a lot. They do that at most of the mega companies. And I don't know about the rider policy or the age limits. Like I said, we need to talk, unless you want to put it on here, but I've got to have a little more information to help you, to give you any correct information or to help you out. Now, Stone was getting a lot of miles with them. Now, one of the problems that he had during the winter time, he ain't gonna run his truck but a few minutes. He's building up his air. I know what he's doing. He's done it 2 or 3 times today. One of the problems Stone had with CRST, damn, driver, slow down, you idiot. Come winter time, they would have mandatory shutdowns. If a road got bad over here, they told everybody, shut down. They left no discretion to the driver, none. And you would be parked up, and he sat there over a day more than once, and he's watching other trucks pull out. He's watching trucks go down the highway, but CRST still had the no drive ban in effect. That drove him nuts. That would drive any driver nuts. So that's something you have to worry about in the wintertime. Now, that being said, if you can get over there in the springtime, get your contract done where you're at, get over there in the springtime, get some experience under your belt, and they do have some dedicated runs, was my understanding. And you might get on a dedicated run, maybe across I-10 or I-20. You know, something like that where you can keep from having to shut down. Because they shut them down quite a bit. Well, that ain't necessarily a problem, JD. Grandma rode with me, and she did all my paperwork for me. So that ain't necessarily a bad thing. Now, you might have to go through a trial time with them. They might want you to have 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. You might have to do a little bit of time with them before they allow a rider. Don't know, depends upon who you pick. But with your only having a year and a half experience, I don't know if they'll let you take her with you from Jump Street. So I don't know if that would create an issue. Red, Felicia, how is it over there at PTL? Would they let him just jump on board with a rider? All right, Chris, good night, man. What up, Mark? I hear you, man. Well, welcome to the channel. If you just found us, you must be new to the live stream. Oh, I understand. So have you got your CDL yet, Felicia? Oh, you did find him, Chris? Good deal. I know he's with PTO. That's why I was asking what the rider policy is. That other driver was wanting a company where he could take a passenger as soon as possible. Unless I got my tongue twisted up and called his company someone else. TJ, put the beer down, man. That truck just lost all his lights. So you can see it. Oh, okay, he dropped his trailer. That's a hell of a place to drop his trailer, ain't it? Well, that's a good thing. Me and Grandma talk so many times a day, it's pitiful. Alright, they're doing a drop and swap. Evidently the one that's been sitting here all day is out of hours. They sent his team in to pick up their load. Okay, you don't even have your permits yet, or your permit? Of course I was bugging her. Well, we talk several times every day. Unless she's mad at me. Alright, I don't know why they didn't get straight with their trailer. The other guy's standing in front trying to tell him what to do. The other old boy, before he dropped that trailer, he should have pulled it out for him. And seeing this driver up there, if you can see, now they finally looked in that passenger mirror. They've been staring in that driver's mirror. Well, there's two sides to a truck, boys and girls. And look how tight he is on them yellow posts. He should have been watching that fender mirror and that West Coast mirror right hand mirror. We call that a West Coast mirror. And Swift's going to stop right in front of us. Well, actually, Felicia, if he's ready for his, y'all need to be finding a company that's going to allow him to train you. Because I can tell you now, the two of you are not going to just go out there and climb in a truck. So he needs to go out there and start driving, get his experience, get his time in with a company. That way, when your school is up and you're ready to go to CDL school, then after your training, you climb in the truck with him. Y'all need to think about what you're doing a little bit there. I'm sure you have, I'm just saying. No, JJ, it is not common to get out of your truck and forget to set your brakes. It should be common that you set your brakes. Well, if y'all remember, those that's been on my channel a while, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, they had just built that Love's across the street from our yard. And it has a slight incline, nothing real drastic. There was a restaurant across it. Actually, my boss owned the building that the restaurant was in. The driver fueled, pulled up, forgot to set his brakes. Truck rode down that driveway across the 4-lane road that's pretty damn busy and hit a telephone pole. So got the electric to that restaurant, to our office for most of the day. So no, it is not very common. Well, I appreciate that, Felicia. Well, the thing is if you both go out to learn at the same time and go to school at the same time, that all sounds good. But when you start getting in that truck, he's about to drive me nuts with his idling. I gotta put that up. Alright, don't sound like he's idling over there. Now I don't have to yell. If you both try doing it at the exact same time, you're gonna find yourself in two different trainers' trucks. And when you're trying to talk to each other and whine and cry and bitch and moan and complain about your trainer, about this or about that, then it's going to be uncomfortable because you've got your trainer with you and you're going to be worrying about if they can hear you and all that stuff. And you're going to just be, you need to get him out there. Let him make it through it first. Get in his own truck. Get trucking. And that way, when you're on your time off, you can go to the bunk while your trainer's driving, or you can walk around the truck stop. You can call and talk to him, and he can be your support system. He can tell you, honey, I know, I've been there, I've done it, you can do it. You know? It'll be a lot easier on you, in my opinion. Of course, that's just my opinion. And then also on top of it, when you get out of that trainer's truck, if you both are brand new, there ain't a whole lot of company that's just going to let you two marry up in a truck, to my knowledge. So at least he will have some experience. And now it's not two rookies that really don't have a clue going out here and struggling. Now there you go. Take it for what it's worth. Well, this live stream getting to be kind of long tonight. I'm going to have to cut it off here in a little bit. Yeah, 9:30 Grandma's time. I'll be needing to call her and tell her good night and let her flirt with me. You know, that old woman likes to flirt with her big old grizzly bear. With her chick magnet. Wants me to threaten her puppy dog, the killer dog. All right, folks, if nobody else got questions on me, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's 10:30 there? Okay. You're not on Eastern time, JJ. You're on Central. So it's 10:30. I'm running later than I thought. All right, folks. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Not a problem, JD. If y'all would, go back to the playlist, watch videos, hit the like button for me. And I'm going to call it night. Remember, good Lord loves you. So do I. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night.